Alright, let's talk about the brand new Savage Sword of Conan from Titan Comics, which is a brand new version of the original legendary Savage Sword of Conan from Marvel Comics, which was a magazine series. Here's issue one of the original, from the 70s into the 80s, I think into the very early 90s. I could be mistaken, but anyone who watches this channel regularly knows that I'm trying to complete my Savage Sword of Conan run. I'm down to like 52 issues yet to go. So while I'm collecting those, and I love that series, by the way, I was really excited that they were going to do a brand new Savage Sword of Conan magazine. Titan Comics now has the license for Conan and several other Robert E. Howard characters. Probably not Red Sonja, because Dynamite does like a million comics a month for that. Um, and they said they're gonna do a new magazine. And I was like, I don't know why the rights holders of the of Conan in the past didn't do that. Even Marvel didn't. Here they are now. The thing about the magazine was that they're more mature stories, more nudity, more gore, all that stuff that they couldn't really get away with for the regular Conan the Barbarian comic, which was governed by the Comics Code. The magazine wasn't, and it was awesome. It was the stories were better, more sophisticated, and a lot more free wielding. It felt more adult. So I've read through this. Two stories. It's a Conan and a Solomon Kane story on the back. Also, there's a prose tale, and there's some articles, an appreciation on Solomon Kane, and a foreword by Roy Thomas. So here you go, foreword by Roy Thomas. I thought this was really good for a first issue. I do have complaints, and I'll get to that. I thought the story for the Conan story was awesome, called The Hoard of the Dragon. Really neat stuff. Lots of different characters and interplay, but Conan is great, and there's a great big monster in it. That's awesome. Lots of guys get either stepped on or beheaded or whatever. Lots of cool stuff. Nice, big, thick story. It's let me get to it here. I think all this is the story. Solomon Kane thing, Master of the Hunt, continues on into the next issue. And of course, on the back, they have like what the next issue is going to entail. So this really does scratch the itch of Savage Sword of Conan magazine. The thing is that there's some things they can improve upon, and one of them is the art. And my main complaints about the art is has to do with the Conan story more than the Solomon Kane story. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna open this up on a top-down view and get into it for that. But overall, my impressions are a good first start. I'm gonna continue on with this series. I like that it's a nice, big, thick magazine full of like adult Conan comics. And you get your money's worth. This was $7 American, so probably $8-9 Canadian. That's actually cheaper than most magazines that you buy off the rack, because I buy a lot of the Horror Hound and Scary Monsters and all that stuff. This is cheaper than those, and I feel like story-wise you get a lot of great value out of it. But let's open it up and take a look at the art. The art is incredible. Just some of it doesn't seem, well, a lot of it doesn't seem to be made for the black and white format. Alright, let's take a look at the art inside of the Savage Sword of Conan. Let's take a deeper look here. So, cover is okay for a basic #1. I want more fanciful covers for future issues, but heck, this is just #1, right? Okay. Here we have some examples of, a color ad made in black and white. It's not murky or anything. You can see it fairly clearly. Nice, good, clean artwork here. And we're getting into the muddiness. I feel like this is a color picture made black and white. It's not very pleasing to the eye. It's difficult to make out what's going on here at first glance. That's super muddy. It might look great on video, but when you're reading it, like, you know, in front of you on a paper, with light shining on it and stuff, it's fairly muddy, as is this. So this, I feel like, is, and this whole story feels like it's from color, put into black and white. I could be wrong. If you see, there's no separation between this elephant and the sky. It's supposed to be here. There's no lines. It's a lot of just shades. That could also be computer coloring as well, or computer shading. This horse is, might as well just be a shadow. There are some nighttime things. Like, this is very murky. I get that it's darkness and it's nighttime. More murk. So, let's take a look at the original Savage Sword of Conan #1. This is the original one. It's my copy. Gasp, shock, I have it outside of plastic, I know. Clean work. This was all just like penciled and inked work, right, of the time, made for a black and white magazine. This is not Conan Saga. Conan Saga was the comics, the color comics put in the black and white, but I think, like, without the color. Like, you know, they didn't put the color artwork into black and white. Here, this is the original Savage Sword of Conan. Everything is made for the black and white format, and it's a lot more pleasing to the eye. Clean artwork. You know exactly what's going on. Here's more of the prose stuff in the back. Yeah. This is kind of what I was expecting out of the new Savage Sword of Conan. Here's more of the original Savage Sword. Clean artwork. Whoo! And here's the new Savage Sword. More murky artwork. I mean, I'm not trying to disparage this. I just feel like this isn't very pleasing to the eye to me. If this is how they're gonna keep this up, I don't know how long most readers will keep up with it. My buddy J-Man was like, he read some of this and he stopped and he's like, I don't know if I like this. There's something weird here. And I explained to him, it looks like it's color artwork or computer shaded artwork, put into black and white, and it just doesn't work in that format. The story is awesome. Look, it is really cool. Now, I want to show you an example of a modern day black and white magazine, harkening back to the old days of black and white magazines and really capturing that feel. So I reviewed this on my site already. I was trying to dig out other copies, but I can't. I don't know where they are. They're probably up in my bedroom or something. I don't know where they are, but so this is a brand new magazine, capturing the spirit of the original Warren magazines. This is a Warren magazine. Warren magazines made like eerie and creepy and Vampirella, right? So here is artwork that is brand new for a brand new black and white magazine. And because the shading is drawn and hatched, it's a lot cleaner and it's not muddy. Like this. Like this. Here, this stuff takes place at night, but I can see it. It's not shaded in the background. It's all just shaded in shadow, drawn onto the actual art. I'm no artist, but like I know what I see, right? All right. It's a lot more cleaner and pleasing to the eye here, of course. This is a little different. This is more of a Conan-ish story, and you can see what's going on. He's in a cave. This is a brand new black and white comic. He's in a cave, and you can still see everything because all the shadows and shading is drawn. Whereas here, it's all just there's more depth and shadow, but the problem is that doesn't really work for black and white. That's all I'm saying. I mean, like, this is a great first issue, but I feel like they've missed the point of what a black and white magazine is. This is better. And I feel like this is a different team doing this. This is more like it. This is the Solomon Kane story on the back. I can see what's going on. That's cool. And all the water gives this monster dimension. So yes, more of this kind of thing. That opening Conan story, I think, turned at least my friend off. I was like, oh boy, I hope this isn't going to be the future of this magazine. They have to understand that they need to have the artist draw for black and white. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Maybe I'm completely off base, but but anyways, that's my take on the art of Savage Sword of Conan, the brand new one. Hi, so that's my take on Savage Sword of Conan. I think that this is a good first issue. Yes, I know I dropped the some of the art in the beginning of this magazine, but I'll reiterate, the art itself is incredible. It's just not made for this format. That was my issue with that. It's probably just like painted stuff that they put as black and white here, and it comes across as not being as clear as it really should be. The stories are great. They live up to the mature reader expectations. Good pacing and action. Solid badassery. Monsters destroying guys. People being decapitated, etc., etc. Interesting couple articles. The foreword, the Solomon Kane appreciation, stuff like that. There's a prose story that's wonderful too. There's a lot in here to keep you busy, and what I like about this too is the price. This is, what is this? It's $7 American, so it's under $10 Canadian. And if you compare that to other magazines, like, I hate to pick on other ones, but I still buy them. Like, for example, Comic Book Creator and any other publications of its ilk are about $11 US and like something like $13, $14 Canadian. So you get a lot more bang for the buck with Savage Sword. Savage Sword is still magazine format. I think it's magazine sized. Yeah, so I mean, solid first issue. I think this issue is awesome. But there's some room for improvement, and I'm sure they're gonna do it. It's only issue 1. And I'm excited that Savage Sword of Conan is back. And it's the mature reader stuff, and it's the barbarian stuff. And barbarians are big in a big way, like they're back in a big way in comics. Like if you only just wanted to read barbarian comics, you're covered month after month. If you just wanted to quit superheroes altogether and just read like Red Sonja and Conan, like, be my guest, you could totally do that. And Titan's got them. And Dynamite as well. So anyways, that's my take on Savage Sword of Conan. Issue 1, what did you think? Do you think I'm being too harsh? I'm just being fair, that's all. Are you gonna pick this up? Do you have any memories of the original? Do you have any of the original issues? Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, take care.